All right, Yared, the 5K guy. No, I'm just kidding. Wanamaker defending champ. How are you feeling coming into this one?
I've been feeling really, really good. Really excited, honestly. I feel like, just coming into a mile after like so long of not really racing it, it just really gets me really excited to go out and give it everything I have and just see what I can come away with.
What was the biggest lesson from the 5K, and then like getting back into training? You're like, okay, back to the normal stuff you're used to.
I think the biggest lesson is just like mindset mattering, probably. I feel like I was not very excited for that race. And so I think that may have hampered me a little bit, but I know I'm going to have like plenty of excitement for Millrose and just the mile in general. So I'm really excited to kind of just see what I can do and just not run 25 laps on an indoor track.
I remember Dathan telling me that like you guys had a little bit of a later start to the block, right? And so like to get ready for this one, like do you feel like you're right where you need to be compared to like last year, or like where are you at fitness-wise compared to last year?
Yeah, I think I'm still at I think like last year I was still kind of like figuring out my fitness a little bit, but I do feel like more fit than I felt last year, and I feel like that is just like over like a year of training, what happens. I don't think I'm the fittest I could be, but I feel like that shouldn't really stop me from being able to like go out and run a really fast time for this race. I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like fitness is always kind of hard to tell until you're like on the line and then you race a race. But I know from that 5K that like if I can do that and just like not be very pumped about it, then it's just like, what can I do about a race? So I'm just like, I don't know, practically shaking to start and just go for. So yeah.
This time around, I guess smaller field, pacer. It's basically set up for you. Right? Like, I guess, like, is that a little bit weird? Like, it's different. Last year you had more of your teammates to key off of, and then like a belly, or 400 meters out.
Yeah, it definitely is weird. I think that just comes with, like, having the year I've had. Like, you're going to be in races where it's just like, oh, he's, like, the main event of this race. And it's just, like, I'm not a huge fan of that, but, like, there's not much I can really do about it. So, I feel like a lot of it is still just trying to stay relaxed, not getting like too caught up in it, and just like at the end of the day remembering that like it's still all about fun for me, and I just want to go out and like do the best race that I can at the fitness level I'm at. So yeah.
I think it still could be a really good race as you and George.
Oh yeah.
Is coming off to 3:33.
No, yeah, I feel like I feel like the field. I felt like before, like early on when I saw the field, I was like, dang, it's like me and Mario, and like, but I feel like now that indoor season's kind of gotten started a little bit, and you kind of know where people are at, it feels like it's going to be a lot more exciting. I mean, like 333 is like what I came through the 1500 last year, so like I feel like he could definitely be right there with me, and that's really what I want, because I feel like I'm not going to be able to like unleash a real kick if I don't have like someone within like earshot of me at least. So I'm really excited to race those guys. Any chance I get to race, anyone, it's just like really exciting. So I'm really pumped to have those guys hopefully right on my tail and just seeing what we can all do.
If we're running 3:33 in February, how fast are we getting to by like July for the trials?
It's a good question. I mean, hopefully under 3:29. I'd love to run another PR, but I feel like just it's kind of funny because I feel like indoors kind of like its own little block, and then like you get like a lot more training done kind of leading up to outdoor to just like really hit like your height fitness or whatever. But I know I'm capable of a lot this year. I feel like it's all just a matter of just like believing I can do what I can actually do. I think last year I just surprised myself, and now I just really want to like expect everything that's coming. So unless I run like a 3:44 tomorrow, which I don't think I will, then I should not be surprised. I'm like, I know what I can achieve, and I want to go for it. So it's just, yeah.
Does any part of you pay attention to like, obviously the Josh and Jakob are going back and forth on like all the headline stuff, but even just like the reports about how Jakob's Achilles is like so far, it doesn't sound like it's opening up to like May. Do you pay attention to any of that, or not really?
I think like I'll hear my teammates talk about it. I'm not at like actively seeking such information out, but like I definitely hear a lot more about it, and it's just like a lot of things most of things like that, it's kind of just like it is what it is. Like unless someone's like talking about me, which no one ever really does, it's kind of just like, okay, I don't need to care that much. But I think a lot of running is like kind of, making things more interesting. I don't know if I do that a lot off the track. Like, it's just me running, and it's just like whatever else I'm doing. It's like, I don't know. I'm reading my book and working on my next drawing, but like,
What are you reading right now?
well, I just started Oathbringer, the third book of the Stormlight Archive.
Not familiar.
It's great stuff, great stuff. But yeah, I think I usually stay out of that stuff. But yeah.
One tiny thing that like Ollie dropped on one of the Coffee Club episodes a couple weeks ago was just sort of like, I think he was doing a workout and he was right behind you in one of the practices. He said like, "Oh, you're terrible at pacing." Are you?
No. Okay, sometimes yes, but like I think I've had more good times than bad times, maybe. It's just pacing like longer things. I'm not great with. Like anything over 8K, I just like it's too much distance.
Where does it start to fall apart?
Like I just go out too fast, and then I'm like, oh crap. Like especially if we're running like threshold or something, I'm just like I cannot really get this down on what I need to do. And like some days I just have it nailed, and like race day I feel like I'm always great at it. But like there's something about like I don't know. I just run fast or slow, and that's kind of it. And anything in between, I'm just like I don't know what to do here. So
Tomorrow's or Sunday's race, what's the best pacing execution there? I guess like you guys have, assuming a pacer, it's going to go maybe a K?
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of it is just kind of stick right to that pacer. I don't know what they're going, but I assume something similar to last year, if not like a couple, maybe 1 second faster, but I doubt it. So I think a lot of it will just be like kind of sticking right on it and like, being able to kind of keep pushing right after he gets off, instead of just like kind of letting it slow down a little bit. I think that's great for like when you want to kick, and like I do want to have a very strong kick, but a lot of it is just like, stay relaxed and like, when you need to go, just kind of go for it. So yeah.
All right, appreciate it. All right.
No problem. See ya.